2025 was supposed to be the year of trainers Pokemon, except it only lasted for like 2 sets before we got the Unova-focused Black Bolt and White Flare before moving to Mega Evolution. Because it was such a half-baked idea, they decided to bring them back in 2026 for some reason, introducing Larry and Erika to the mix. Well, just like last year, most of the cards suck, and it baffles me why they bothered to give Erika her own archetype yet put zero effort into making the cards good. But since I already gave Larry's to Dunsparce a shot and Arven's Mabostiff went surprisingly well, I figured why not give Erika a chance. For 2 grass and a colorless, meaning you can't just slap a Meganium in the deck and call it a day, Vileplume does 160 damage while poisoning and sleeping. Except we already have Shiinotic for sleep and Brute Bonnet for poison. And its ability is basically a Picnic Basket, except we already have Picnic Basket. But I guess you could play it with Frostlass Monkey Dory with Joltik as your energy accelerator. Then there's Victreebel. I hope Tangela would make it playable, searching out any ERIKA'S Pokemon every single turn. You'd think I'd know by now that hope doesn't exist in this world. Yes, Victreebel does 40 damage for each ERIKA'S Pokemon you have in play. But it takes a grass and a colorless, so you have to get creative or play Reversal Energy or Meganium. Except anyone else you add to the deck hurts its power. Still, I want to be the only person in TCG Live history to say I won a game with both ERIKA'S decks, so please enjoy my suffering. Alright, well, I believe we lose this matchup, and that's super cool, but they did go first. So, how do we... I mean, do I just sort of force them to commit to the bit a little too much? Because we have a Vileplume next turn. The problem is, if they have energy bosses, then we're mega screwed. But if all they do is retreat and go into Badoo, we win the game. Well, actually, no, because Ogerpon, this is... Okay, so this is supposed to be an ERIKA'S Vileplume deck. It's supposed to be an ERIKA'S Vileplume deck where we focus on ERIKA'S Vileplume. ERIKA'S Vileplume is a terrible card that only does 160 damage. Yanmega is a much better card that does 210. Guess how many hit points that Teal Mask Ogerpon has? Exactly 210. Ugh. So bad. Alright, so what are my predictions for the Pokemon Day? I have no idea. You know, you have to remember that for Pokemon Day, they're probably just going to focus on like, oh, there's a new thing for Pokemon Unite that exists. You know, we're adding new Pokemon to Pokemon Unite, and Snorlax is in Pokemon Sleep is going to make you fall asleep, and they're probably going to dedicate like 20 minutes to Pokopia, and then there'll be a 2-minute teaser for Winds and Waves showing off the new mechanic. But I would imagine we're just going to learn about the 30th anniversary, because I don't think there's going to be any Chaos Rising stuff. It'll just be like 30th anniversary, like, hey, here's a tease of what's coming later this year. That's probably all it's going to be. And you have to remember, there's been, what, 3 or 4 Pokemon Presents that happen in February, which also is PTCGL's birthday, and it's never been featured in a Pokemon Presents. So if you're expecting to see TCG Live in there, you won't. You might see TCG Pocket, just to at least mention that, hey, there's a brand new set. Oh, they took the bait. They took the bait so hard. I masterfully baited them, leaving the Tangela up there. So as long as I can find an energy and a Yanmega, we win this game. Pokemon Sleep is goated. Yeah, I imagine we'll probably... Damn it! Yeah, this is why I wanted to put my Forest of Vitality down, is because I was worried that they would get theirs down. In a grass versus grass matchup, it's realistically whoever gets the Forest of Vitality down first is gets to save a spot in their deck. All right, so Yanmega's gonna have to win this game. We literally have our 6 prizes mapped out. Okay, we can do this. I'll evolve into the one in the back. Oh, well, actually, that's good. That is actually a good thing, all things considered. Because that means we're just Ionoing it to the bottom. And I guess we get the Gloom? No, we get the Tangela, because I want to thin the deck as much as possible to increase my chances of getting just Yanmega and Energy or Retreat or Switch. So all I want is a Yanmega or an Ultra Ball, and then Energy, Air Balloon, or Switch. That's it. A 2-card combo gets me a knockout and probably wins me the entire game. Boom. It's easy as that. Easy as a cream pie. All right, so there we go, and we probably win the game now. The question is, do I go and get Fez? The question is, do I have Fez? Yes, okay. So, Fez's consistency... Well, I mean, it was only a 2-card combo, and I very heavily thinned the deck. But the problem is that this is an ERIKA'S deck, and Yanmega is the only way that we're going to win, which is why I'm not putting another Yanma down, because I want to show you just how bad ERIKA'S Vileplume is. If I had a Yanma in play, we would have easily won this game. But because I'm focusing on the Vileplume, we are going to easily lose this game. Though, ironically, moving the energy off the Yanmega makes it even better. Because it makes it almost impossible for them to take a knockout with the Teal Mask Odrifon. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay. The issue, of course, is that you don't have a good single energy attacker here. The Oddish does... Oh, it does 30. Oh, I should have left it unevolved for this eventuality. But... I mean... Yeah, this is a little tough, actually. I guess I just retreat into a Tangela and let it get knocked out and just be like, you have to find a bosses if you want to win. I got the stupid Corbo bosses. The worst one. You're no Getsis. You'll never replace Getsis. You're a great character in the game, but you'll never replace Getsis in my... Ooh, they have a Fez. Okay. But no, the deck plays a 3/3 Yanmega, multiple Ultra Ball, 10 energy, multiple Air Balloon. It was almost a guarantee that we were going to get it. The problem, of course, is... Oh, I think they just gave me a bosses. Why does he... Nope, they didn't give me a bosses. Why does he look like Fez? Because he's a metal type trainer, I think. So there's an Itchy Pollen. This is kind of bad. So if I'd known... I would not have evolved that Oddish, right? That's definitely what I should have done. Okay, so in this situation, how many bosses we got in the deck? I only have one, and then we have, obviously, we have a counter catcher. Okay, so if I attack with the Yanmega, and I knock out the Badoo, how many do they... It's 30 plus 30. But they're going to activate the Fez, which is a huge problem. So I honestly think we just go retreat into the Tangela, go into Tangela. I know we're giving them a chance to get back into this game, but I think that would kind of happen anyway. Right? I think it makes a heck of a lot more sense to not knock out the Badoo, because if I knock out the Badoo, that gives them 3 more cards off of the Fez. That basically guarantees them 9 energy in play, with Hydrapple in the Ogerpon and 10 with an energy attachment. That puts them in Vileplume range. So I think not knocking out the Badoo is better here, and then we just kind of wait. We wait and see, hammer. The issue, of course, is if they go gust my Vileplume and knock it out, then we're in big trouble here. Are they going for a Fez snipe? Are they going for a Fez snipe? The Fez, who are you going? Are we going for the Tango? What the hell? Okay, I think they were just burning. I think they were just burning them. Aster, oh, we got Victreebel. You know, it's not, we're not just going to be seeing victory with Vileplume. We're going to be saying victory with the Bell as well, which doesn't have 2 L's at the end because they ran out of characters. So if you didn't know, back in the early days of Pokemon, there was a 10 character limit on their names. So that's why Weepinbell has 2 L's in its name, but Victreebel only has 1, and that's why Feraligatr is spelled so stupidly. Is that they just ran out of characters. Now it's 12, I believe. But back in the day of, you know, Red and Blue and Gold and Silver, it was a 10 character limit. So that's why Victreebel looked so stupid and Feraligatr looked so stupid, and why they just never changed it, because it's like, well, it's done. And you see, even without me taking the knockout, look at what they were able to do. This is without me taking the knockout. This is without them getting the boost from the Fez. All right, well, we have to hit into them with Vileplume here. That's actually totally fine, because if we don't get it, we're still okay. Oh, there's Forest of Vitality. Okay. Well, we definitely want a Yanma. An Unfair Stamp would also be pretty cool, but, I mean, it's realistically going to come down to flips here. So we got Yanma Energy. We go, yeah, Yanma down, Yanmega down. I will have to attach... I think I have to attach to the Yanmega. And then we go... Lilies. It literally just solely comes down to sleep flips here. That is the difference between winning and losing, is do we flip tails on sleep? There's a Poké Pad. Thank you. Very, very not useful. How many energy we got in there? We have 3, so I guess I just put all 3 energy back in for Yanmega. All right, so Ultra Ball away. The Forest and the Poké Pad. We don't need them anymore. Sure, doesn't really matter. I guess I could put the Shaymin down, but it's... I mean, they can knock out the Tangela if they want. All right, if they flip tails, we win the game. It's as simple as that. If they flip tails, we win the game. If they flip heads, we lose the game. That is literally the difference. We win the game unless they have an energy in their hand and they use it to heal their Hydrapple. But I think they would get knocked out coming into... Wait, how does math work? Okay, so they heal 30. That'd be 140. 150 into me, 160 into them. Oh, they would survive and they can just retreat. Oh, that's bad. And they have an energy. Crap. Okay, that's bad. But we're still in a situation where sleep flips will matter, I guess. And clearing 3 energy off the board isn't bad. Do I go for a Yanmega? Ooh, yeah, do I go for a Yanmega KO? That's a good question. Because if I go for a Yanmega KO, I can move the energy back to the other Yanmega, and then I can bosses any of their Ogerpon or their Fez for game. So I guess that's the right call. The problem that might arise is that if I Iono into all my energy, right? So I kind of have to commit to it early. I have to commit to the knockout early if I want to do this, which might not be the best idea. Oh, oh, yeah. I think I just have to commit to it, right? We have 2 switches. We have the retreat. I know we have the retreat with the energy, so yeah, I guess we just go for it and then hope we get... but I have to do this now? I have to do this early? All right, well, let's see if we can get... No, we don't want that. Okay, so I believe the correct call is manually attached to the Vileplume. Right, and then hard retreat into the Yanmega. Buzzing boost. Put 3 energy on it. And then I'm going to Night Stretcher for an energy. So we put another energy back into the deck. I know I maybe shouldn't have attached that energy to Vileplume. There was a world where I shouldn't have done that. Just in case, you know, there's some shenanigans to be had. Okay, and then we go Jet Cyclone. We have the bosses. Probably should have thinned out the Poké Pad. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are in this game. And we should get a Gust card off the prizes, right? Nope. I might have only put 1 bosses in the list. And Zeus, well, the problem is what if they knock it out, right? I'm worried if they have a counter catcher or a bosses and they knock out this Yanmega, then I might have to do a Desperation Vileplume. It's most likely that I would be attacking with the Yanmega. But the thing is, they can't Iono and bosses in the same turn. They would need to have counter catcher and Iono to ruin my life. And if they Iono, that means they're not bossing. And if they boss, that means they're not Ionoing. So it's a very high probability that I win. It's just I probably shouldn't have attached that second energy to the Vileplume. That could be what cost me the game, but maybe they don't do anything. Maybe they get big sad and they hate their life. All right, they just basted me with their Syrup Storm. I believe that's game, and Vileplume did one thing in this matchup, and Yanmega was the MVP. Yanmega was the MVP. Vileplume did nothing. As it should be. Okay, so We're going to put that there. We're going to put that there. Oh, wait, why am I thought the other one got knocked out. That's my bad. I wasn't being mean. I wasn't BMing. I thought I had to dig. I had it in my mind. What am I going to do if the one on the bench gets knocked out? And then it didn't. And they've already conceded, I think. Oh, no, never mind. And then we had the buzzing boost. So we had just the perfect amount of energy to win that game. Am I playing... Is ERIKA'S Vileplume the new best grass deck in format? What is happening? And yes, there's only one bosses and one counter catcher. That should probably be changed. So apparently Vileplume is the best grass deck, though I could have just played Shiinotic and that would have kept them asleep and that would have been better. But ignore that. Vileplume's the MVP. I decided to go first because I was like, hey, what if we get a rip off the Tangela right away? And I mean, technically we got the Tangela. The issue is that I'm going to have to secret box next turn. Or I guess I have to secret box this turn. But let's go get Tangela. And we have to go get an Oddish. All right, so how do I win this game? I go attach a lightning to you. We go secret box away, Gloom, Poké Pad Energy. We get, I guess, Poffin, Forest, Balloon, and of course the Lilies. Okay, and then we go get Oddish, Snorunt. Easy. Hopefully I have 2 Super Rods in the deck. Well, we have a Super Rod and a Night Stretcher. That should carry me right. That should carry me through. And I mean, I don't really need the Forest of Vitality, especially if I'm attacking with Joltik next turn. So we're just going to put it into play. And Mr. Darkside, well, you should know your deck. I don't have an issue with that. I knew it was Dragapult. I knew it was freaking Dragapult, but this is actually the perfect matchup for this deck, except if they have a Duskull. This would have been the perfect matchup for this deck. They'll have the Tool Jammer. It'll be a nightmare for us, but it'll be great. All right, we can win this one. Believe it or not, Dragapult is a matchup we have a chance to win, but I should probably have put a Psyduck in here, or if I do have a Psyduck, I should have not sucked a butt. All right, so we go attach to you. We go and get Gloom and Vileplume. So we have 2 Vileplume set up, which is great. And we also are going to have a lot of energy. The question is, do I Lilies and take the risk that I Lilies into all of my energy? I think the answer is yes, because PDC Jill would never screw me over like that. Oh, wow, it actually didn't. I was fully prepared to get a handful of energy. All right. So then we go Jolting Charge. And wow, did my plan actually work? Did Trust Your Pilot actually build a deck that makes sense? But yeah, I should definitely have a Psyduck in play. I should have known, oh yeah, you should definitely leave space for it, but when you just have the secret box, double Tangela, everything. So obviously the Dusclops and Dusknoir are going to be a problem. What do you mean, Bill? This is a Trust Your Pilot original. This is my list, I think. I mean, there might have been a Japanese one that I copied and pretended it was mine, but I'm pretty sure this is a Trust Your Pilot original. All right, the issue, of course, is that we don't really have a good turn. Next turn, it's just like, oh, I can knock out a Badoo. Oh, I can knock out a Badoo. That's great. It'd be really cool if we could just find a bosses or something. Because I don't think Frostlass necessarily matters here. There's a Hilda. That's whatever. I mean, they're just going to do Dragapult things. Okay, they got Luminous. They got Dusclops, which is fine. And I do have a Galvantula. So if I can find Galvantula and a Grass Energy, that's pretty good. I believe we have a Galvantula. I have another list with Victreebel that has Galvantula, I think. So I might have gotten those mixed up. Okay, they're going hard on that. That's not good. They have a hard on, and I'm a little scared. But I'm just going to Lilies for 8. Hope for Grass Energy, Galvantula. And if not, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. Okay. That's an interesting top deck. I mean, I guess I knock out a Dracloak, right? I guess while we have it. But yeah, I guess we have to. You know, it'd been great if they'd put a Neo Upper Energy in play somewhere. That would have been nice. So I have a sneaking suspicion that we're about to get absolutely destroyed here by a Dragapult. And they're going to Dust Noir, and it's going to end my entire existence. All right, so Bloom Powder. They're stuck with one Dragapult. Will Mega My Network be in a good or bad spot? Terrible spot. Every Lightning deck, I'm going to have a video up on Wednesday talking about that. But yeah, Lightning decks are non-existent post-rotation. So tomorrow's video is either going to be, if there's Fukuoka reveals, if they do more Chaos Rising reveals, I might do that tomorrow. But right now I'm prepping a cards that get better with rotation video for tomorrow. And then Wednesday is decks that get worse. And then if I can convince myself, Friday will be everything you need to know about rotation. But that's going to be like a 30-minute video, and I can't keep it up that long. So I might cancel that video, even though I put a lot of work into it already. So there's a chance that I just don't do it. Not even electric. No, it's the generator that we're losing. It's Iron Hands that we're losing. It's Miraidon that we're losing. You wasted credits? You got to play it for months. You got to play it for a little bit of time. Cards rotate. No, it's Sunny. Some of us actually put work into our videos. I have. When's the last time you uploaded a YouTube video? And PDC GLDev, the shorts have been pretty good. The issue is that I make $1 on them. So the good news is that the shorts get lots of views and lots of likes and lots of comments. The bad news is I make $1 on them, and they don't get you very many subscribers. People always say, "Oh yeah, you got to do YouTube shorts because they get you lots of subscribers." My YouTube short, the latest one with like 20,000 views, got me 8 subscribers and $2 in revenue. Yeah. And it's $1 you didn't have previously, but think about it as like a real, if YouTube creation was a real job, think of it that way. Right? Like the amount of time I spent on it was more than $1, right? Minimum wage in Canada, where I live, is like $18. So that is what, 5 minutes of work? So if I spent more than 5 minutes on the short, that I wasted my life. Ooh, we got the Bloom Powder. I think we attacked with the active unless I get... Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I think we still attacked with the active unless Trust Your Pilot plays with himself and feels good about it. All right, so let's go for... I don't think we go for the Snow Runt anymore. The Ursaluna is a liability at this point. So I think we hold off on the Ursaluna. All right, then we go Night Stretcher. We Butt Scratcher for a Grass... Ooh, actually... No, I can't go for the Gloom. We have to go for the Grass Energy and just sort of see if that helps us win the game. And... yeah, we need to find, I guess, Super Rod just to get a Gloom, because that Oddish is going to get knocked out. But it's only going to get knocked out if we don't put them to sleep. All right, that's good. Oh, yeah, I put counter gain in here, too. Wow, I'm really smart. Am I actually a secret genius? Do I actually know what I'm doing? I mean, ignoring the fact that I didn't go and get the Gloom off the Oddish, and the Oddish is going to get knocked out. But if everything works out, we're going to two-shot this Dragapult, and they can't do anything. And selling Pokemon... well, it's not a real job, but it makes a lot more money than posting YouTube shorts. Oh my god, we just beat Dragapult! Everybody, press 1 if you just exploded in your pants. Press 1 if everybody just exploded now in your pants, because we just beat Dragapult. That is insane. And it's not like they didn't get set up. See, I knew going for that Dracloak early would pay off. I knew going for that Dracloak would pay off early. And, uh-oh. We better have another switch card or something if they decide to... Oh, they can't do anything because we're not winning. Okay, that's fine. The Monkey Dory is kind of annoying that they just managed to get the Monkey Dory everything. But I can play with my Rod. B-Nards, thank you. I think we just have Super Rod for... Oh, they're Cursed Black. They're going to knock out the Oddish. That doesn't help them. And the fun fact, guess what's about to happen? This is hilarious. So they just wasted a prize to knock out my Oddish. Guess what's about to happen? I'm about to get a Vileplume into play. And we prized the Galvantula, seriously? Really? We prized the Galvantula. Yeah, we just beat Dragapult. And I'm about to get a second Vileplume. Or a third Vileplume. A third Vileplume has hit PDCGL. And they're going to get knocked out coming into their turn. Oh, this is amazing. And it's not like they failed as miserably as they could have. All right, so Oddish, Gloom, Energy. And then we go Nest Ball for Oddish. Oh, they're gonna concede with rage right now. They haven't even done the math yet. I'm surprised they're still here. But I mean, they are a Dragapult player, so they are stubborn. You know, they just expect to win every single game. And then they're not expecting... Wait, did I just lose to ERIKA'S Vileplume? Damn straight you did. You just lost to the best ERIKA'S Vileplume player in the freaking world, bro. And look at this. Look at this. Healing 90 damage on everybody every single turn. How can that be bad? All right, let's Arvin. Go get Air Balloon, Nest Ball, and then Bloom Powder. Even if they have a Blood Moon or Saluna, there's nothing they can do because they can't activate a Fezandipiti. They have no card draw. They have to essentially just go Iono and then hope I don't find the Air Balloon. So I probably shouldn't have grabbed the Air Balloon. But, like, the only way they can win is if they... Oh, they're going for Confusion? This is great. It's so fun seeing a Dragapult player struggle at life. You know, I don't care. Go ahead, get a Blood Moon or Saluna. Do whatever. Do your worst. You want to confuse me? Oh, no. Oh, crap. Well, I can just hard retreat. Confusion is not sleeper paralysis or sleep paralysis demon. Ah, they got the stupid... Oh. Okay. We're still fine. Because remember... All I have to do to win this game is find an Air Balloon. Oh, we could actually lose. They just got everything. They literally just got everything. Okay. I don't think they can ever knock me out, though. So we just go Lilies. If we get the stupid Air Balloon, we're fine. We have the stupid Air Balloon for next turn. So we're going to play with our balls. Actually, we're probably not going to play with our balls. Should I play with my balls? Press 1 if I should play with my balls. Because I could put the Ursaluna down. But I think what I do is I attach the counter gain there. You want me to play with my balls? And I mean, I guess technically it does get a Pokemon out of the deck. So yeah, let's get the Ursaluna. No, we're not going to fall for that. I'm not falling for that. Nice try, everybody. If I put the Ursaluna down, that's stupid. And also, it's not lost on me that stage 2... Okay, well, that's fine. It's not lost on me that a state... What the hell is happening right now? They're going to win this game because PDCGL hates my face. They literally have everything. But yeah, it's not lost on me that Blood Moon Ursaluna does 80 more damage than Vileplume for 0 energy. And it's a basic and gives up the same amount of prizes and is just a million times better. All right, then we go hard retreat. And you know what? You know what? Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Dragapult player. This is what happens. You know, you face the best ERIKA'S Vileplume player in the world. Oh my god! We had Shaymin, we prized it. We had Psyduck, we prized it. We had Galvantula, we prized it. We prized everything. This is why, see, again, this is why I tell people constantly, when people in the comments of my YouTube videos are like, why did you do that? That move made no sense, or your deck building skills are terrible. I build my decks perfectly. I put Psyduck in my decks. I put Shaymin in my decks, and then I prize them. And it's like, this is why I make nonsensical decisions sometimes, is because I have to counteract PTCGL hating me with nonsensicalness, and those hopefully cancel each other out, like when you're scissoring next game. All right, well, let's just go play with our balls. We are A-okay. We have Moltres. So I think what I do is I go get a Moltres right now because we have Nest Ball. And then I just go get another Tangela, and then we Tangela for a Bellsprout. Actually, I mean, we're both hunting for Forest of Vitality. So actually, I think triple Tangela makes more sense. Right, because we're both just sort of hunting for Forest of Vitality, so why not do that? Right, if this was a non-grass deck, I think I'd go for a Bellsprout and leave a bench spot open. But we do that, we go Brave Bangle on the Moltres, and then end turn, because obviously they're going to be playing Teal Mask Ogerpon. This one-shot Steel Mask Ogerpon without Brave Bangle. But people were asking me, you know, why is Moltres in the deck? There's like 3 reasons why it's in the deck. 1, one-shots Ogerpon. 2, one-shots Golden Go with a Brave Bangle. 3, it gets knocked out activating Reversal Energy. 4, there's Experience Share in the deck, so you can take the basic fire and put it in there. 5, we play Crispin. You need somebody to put the extra energy onto, so why not Moltres? Right? It's a basic that attacks for a single energy that can take one-shots in a deck that struggles to take one-shots against anything big, so I think my reasoning for Moltres was sound. I said this in the Road Decks video, where, thank you PTC Jeller, literally a genius, where I said, hey, Moltres is really good, and you can play Crispin because Tangela is your Pokemon search. I know, we are going to have to 2-shot Mega Venusaur. That is going to be a bit of a struggle. But I can 1-shot Ogerpon all day. Pilot can count to 5. Wow. All right, so I don't think we do anything. I think we just go get a Weepinbell and do the Gathering of Bosoms. And then we make sure we don't evolve the active one again. Yeah, we'll just do that, because I can get an Air Balloon. We could always knock out this Bulbasaur. I don't know if it's worth it, though. Yeah, I don't actually know if it's worth it. Okay, so we'll just get more things out of the deck. I'm in a bit of a sticky situation right now. Because I could put the forest down, but that activates the forest. What'd they do last turn? They Lillies'd, but they didn't have a forest. So I think this is just end turn, because we have to assume the Weepinbell is going to get knocked out. If the Weepinbell doesn't get knocked out, then I can Crispin next turn and knock out their Bulbasaur. Because we want to save bosses. We want every bosses to go towards knocking out an Ogerpon with a Moltres. That's it. They're masterfully baiting me into putting the forest down. But no, I think we're holding the forest. We want to make them wait 1 extra turn if they have to. Hopefully they don't Iono me. But this is the situation where I wanted to have 3 Bellsprout, whereas if I did happen to draw into another reversal, and I got the forest, is if I happened to draw into another reversal, I would have wanted to attach it to a benched Bellsprout. So that was a bit of an oopsie. But like Moltres can 1-shot Ogerpon, Victreebel can 1-shot Ogerpon if I don't have Moltres in play. I don't have Ultra Ball, so I kind of just have 4 dead cards in my deck now with Forest of Vitality. And why are people playing Venusaur? They shouldn't now, but post-rotation it gets very good. Because we move away from one-shots. With Golden Go out of the format, doing 380 damage or 480 if you have a Hero's Cape is not easy. And yeah, as FM Boss says, high HP, access to Wally. There's no way you have a Prime Catcher or a Switch, right? You're just going to bind down. You're going to bear down for midterms. And Venusaur is a terrible deck. And ERIKA'S Victreebel is the superior grass deck. Oh, I was right. I was right. Okay. There's an earthen vessel. That's unfortunate. Let's go Gathering of Bosoms. Okay, so I mean, I could Lilies. But I think we just take the knockout, right? We have the knockout. Let's just take the knockout. But yeah, I still think it makes sense. I know it's a little greedy. But this just buys us some time. It, you know, gets a few things ready to go. As long as they don't Iono us, we'll be totally fine here. I'm going to go for Grass Fire. So we have another attack with this guy. We have an attack with the Moltres. We have bosses. If we don't get Iono'd next turn, there is no way we lose this game. I am guaranteeing you a victory, and my expert deck building skills will win us this game. And the cool thing is, you know, Moltres is a huge threat here. If they decide to target the Moltres, they leave a Victreebel alive. If they target the Victreebel, they leave a Moltres alive. So I always have a good attacker, but if they Iono me, then all my energy's on the bottom of the deck, and I am big screwed. So we're really, really hoping that they don't Iono us. You know, post-rotation, we really, really hope they don't judge us. But the main difference between judge and Iono is that Iono takes everything... Iono takes all the cards and puts them on the bottom of your deck. With judge, if you have a 4-card hand and they play judge, you could get that exact 4-card hand back because it's shuffle, draw 4 for both players. Iono is put your hand on the bottom of your deck and then draw how many prize cards you have left. So you won't get that hand again unless you have, like, no cards left in deck. Oh, if they go for the Moltres, this is perfect. If all they do is bosses the Moltres this turn, I am a oh, they're not. Okay. They're digging for that Iono and they didn't get it. No, the judge is the one who judged me and determined that I am too handsome to have been married to someone like that. So he immediately annulled the marriage, and then we fist bumped, and then fireworks went off in the background, and then I took a huge jungle dump. Scoop up. Wait, why scoop up Cyclone? Wait, what? Why would you do that now? I have never seen someone scoop up Cyclone, a Mega Venusaur that has 0 damage on it, to attack with a... And they also activated the pink card glitch. So if the glitch is working as intended, the first right click will just be the card back with no sleeve, and then the second one will be the magenta card glitch. But they're in the middle of an action, so... Oh, I guess because I waited too long, it activated the glitch. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. 5 of the cards in their hand have the glitch? Usually it's just 1. We are in rare company. We are in rare air right now where 5 cards in their hand were affected by the glitch. Now it's just 1. Oh my god, they took the bait. Oh my god, they took the bait. Oh, this is amazing. See, I told you, putting the Moltres in the deck is insane. You put the Moltres in the deck, you win every single game. That is literally how this works. And they're going to get the conceit of shame. I don't know why they scoop up Cyclone. That was crazy. And I just met you and sucked my butt. No, the magenta card glitch has been around for a long time. Like most of the, you go on the subreddit. I peruse the subreddit. I troll the subreddit looking for single moms. And you would not believe how many people are like, I'm a new player. Hey, is it normal for the game to suck this hard? Is it normal for the game to have this many bugs? And it's like, yep, that issue you said is new has been around for 3 years. Sorry to say, bud. All right, so they wasted their scoop up Cyclone. They have Venusaur, so a Wally's is insane. But all I have to do is knock out a Mega Venusaur to win the game. As long as they don't have 4 Wallies, we will be okay. Because I can 2-shot a Venusaur, and I can 1-shot an Ogerpond. And the Brave Bangle is nuts here because I don't even need my other Bellsprout, but I obviously will do it. What the hell is that doing in here? Okay, that's fine. I can still knock that out. I mean, that's fine. You take 2 prizes? But then I still knock you out? Okay. And yeah, the picnic basket, you can cut the picnic basket for like an extra energy or an extra gust card. Like a Pokemon catcher wouldn't be the dumbest thing, but like counter catcher's pretty good. All right, well, they have to knock out a Tangela. So they knock out Moltres, Tangela, which actually helps me. They don't realize they're helping me have more space for more Victreebel. And 4 Wet Lights, yeah, that was an issue last year, I believe, where multiple active Pokemon was just like a regular occurrence. Because PDCGL is a well-made game. This is hilarious. Oh, you know, just thin my deck. Thank you for taking that knockout. You just gave me everything I could possibly want ever in the history of the universe. Unfortunately, I think I need to attach the grass energy here. Because what sucks is that this reversal energy is never going to do anything. All right, so we waste the picnic basket. I don't believe I have anything left in the deck. Yeah, we have Ursaluna, so that's a free knockout. Counter catcher is useless. So all we need to win the game is just this bosses and this Ursaluna, and that's it. See, my deck building skills are amazing. You doubt your pilot. Oh yeah, we can Lilies. Should I Lilies? Yeah, let's Lilies. Wouldn't it have made more sense? Oh, we got the Neo Upper, baby. And we also have the experience here. Nah, Zenith, because I'm an expert deck builder. This is what you have to understand. I even have the de-evolution if they leave somebody undamaged and moisturized. But no, so the reason I didn't spread the energy like their cheeks, the reason I didn't go reversal energy on this Victreebel and then grass energy on this one is because A, we're going down to 1 prize card, so the reversal energy will never ever work again. It's just going to be to fulfill the colorless requirement. And number 2, if they Ionode me and I had 1 energy on each and I didn't find an energy off the Iono to 1 and they knock out this Victreebel, we don't have an attack. And I'd at least like to be able to put a little bit of pressure on them. But this was the perfect game to show off what decisions I made, why I made the deck this way, why I played with my deck this hard. You know, experience share. Again, Moltres gets knocked out with a fire energy. Experience share, attach. I am wearing pants, Clan Burglar. I'm sorry, we're having a bit of a winter storm right now. Luckily, the power has not gone out yet, so you can feel my hot, wet words licking your supple, moist ears. But don't worry, I'm sure global warming will take over very soon and we'll be in summer before you know it. And they just took a huge dump all over me. Oh, feels so good to get dumped all over. Oh, and if you haven't seen the new YouTube short, I made a YouTube short all about Pokemon pooping. And no, that's not a joke. I actually did that, and it's to showcase their weird fascination with taking dumps and stuff. All right, so we put down... Okay, so I guess we go Tangela down, Neo Upper on this guy, Colress's Thick Acidy, just to get rid of 2 cards from deck. Because, again, all I need to win is Ursaluna and bosses, and we have guaranteed victory. And, yeah, there's nothing left in deck, so we just go 240. If they Wallies, that's going to be a very boring turn for them. But if they Wallies, that's fine. Because, again, we have both Victreebel are set up. The issue, of course, is if they Iono me and then I get nothing. So there was something to be said about potentially putting the Moltres down and attaching a fire energy. That's what I'm going to do next turn. And Zeus, thank you for the sub. For the Prime sub. You're a Prime subscriber. You're my Prime sub right now. Yeah. You like being called my Prime sub, don't you? Okay. So... if they have Wallies, we're screwed. If they don't have Wallies, we automatically win the game. Unless they have a stupid big air balloon. Zeus, are you Cerule edging right now or are you obstidooning? But if they don't have Wallies, we're fine. Like, the game is over if they don't have Wallies. They have Wallies. Because they're going to solar transfer. Oh, God. I'm having flashbacks again. So they Wallies... you always leave 2. Oh, I guess they've already used 2 teal mass, so they're not gonna do it. So they go Wallies. That's fine. Because I have game. I have game here. As long as we can draw into some cards. So the question is, do I waste the de-evolution or do we just go all in and say I'm going to thin my deck of the de-evolution and hope for the best? No, even if they Wally one more time, we can still win. We just need to find bosses. That's it. If they Wally again, we just need to find bosses, but we're going to Iono them to 2, so there's no way they're going to find it, right? There's absolutely no shot that they find it. That will never happen. Okay, and do you want to see a pro-level playwright here? Not a playwright, as in someone who writes plays. But do you want to see a pro-level play? We don't send up the one with the experience share on it. I will explain that one momentarily. Get it? Like a Terra? The problem is I have to hold on to all these other cards, which is really bad. And let me just double check the deck. Okay. We're going to have to rely on our top deck here. This is going to suck. Okay. Heart of the cards time. Okay, well, that's not good. So we knock out everything. Anything they put into play, we knock out. Unless it's another Venusaur and they have a big air balloon. But as long as they don't have a Wally's, the game is over and we win. Crap. As long as they don't have a... We Iono them into a Lillie's, didn't we? Okay, so the reason I didn't promote the one with the experience share and I promoted the one with the Neo Upper is because I knew I was going to put Moltres and Fire Energy into play. So if they decide to gust up the Moltres, then this one would receive the Fire Energy. Notice how the Victreebel has a 3 energy retreat cost. So that would become my de facto free retreater if I draw into the Blood Moon or Saluna. Oh my god. Oh, no, that's fine. Oh, the Moltres wins us. Oh no, the Tangela would also win us the game, I think. I forgot about the healing, but this is going to do 220 and that's a knockout, right? That's literally basically just a knockout. And then we get the Ursaluna. I mean, nah, you don't deserve it, Ursaluna. You're not cool enough. You know, we started you that one game against Lucario and we lost because of you. Yeah, we're doing it with the Moltres. Yeah, even though PDC Jail bailed me out of that one. So that was an expert masterclass in deck building, playing with your deck, playing with your rod, gathering bosoms, taking a dump, and I had no compassion for Wally.